Hello, and welcome to Life's a Bitch and So's Your Mom. I'm your mom. And first, let me apologize for not having done a video for a long time. We had planned on shooting some while we were on holiday in Europe, but you know what they say about the best laid plans of mice and men? And to be honest, we were having a great time, and shooting videos, even for you, simply wasn't our priority. And that turns out to be probably just as well because while we were on holiday, we discovered both the camera and the mics weren't working. The good news is I do have a new job, and in the not too distant future, once I've paid off the trip, paid my taxes, gotten a new bicycle, repaired the sewing machine, and done a few other things, I'll pick up a new camera and a new microphone. In the meantime, I'll be doing these videos from the comfort of Mom Central and the computer cam. So let's kick off the new year. Yes, I know it's April, but as far as I'm concerned, it's the beginning of a new year with a movie review. Now, I know Your Mom is not about movie reviews, but sometimes you can learn great lessons from movies, even if that lesson is rather oblique. In this case, the movie we went to see was Ghost in the Shell, which you might notice I've got right behind me. Now, I like Ghost in the Shell. I really like it. It was one of the first animes I ever saw right after seeing Full Metal Alchemist. And I love the depth of the characters, the plots, the incredibly deep subplots, the philosophy, the concept of mind-body dualism, the role of the individual in society, the societal issues that arise when we're dealing with going cyber, and all the issues that arise when the people begin to adopt and embrace that type of technology. And Ghost in the Shell really brought out the fact that it's not a cartoon. It's simply an anime as a different approach to telling a story. And that the story that it's telling can be as deep and complex and meaningful as any book. So when I heard that Hollywood was doing a big budget adaptation of this complex and rich series, I was horrified. Big budget Hollywood does not take new concepts and play well with them. They love to grab a genre and then beat it down until it fits the mold that they have decided that everyone likes, and then they serve it to you. This leaves you, the niche fan, with two choices. Either see the movie and validate their idea that this is what you want, or don't see it and validate their idea that, see, this stuff doesn't play in the States. It's a lose-lose situation. And sadly, that's exactly what happened with Ghost in the Shell. Now, before we go any further, let's clear up a small problem that a lot of people have with the movie. This casting of Scarlett Johansson as Motoko Kusanagi. Apparently it was inappropriate to cast a Caucasian woman to play a Caucasian cyber body. Yes, I know it's a Japanese anime, but there's nothing Japanese about the Major's appearance in the series. Or for that matter, a lot of the characters in the series. So stop creating an issue where none exists. Seriously, get over yourselves. Now, of course, there is a legitimate issue these days of there not being good representation of minorities in films. But you've picked the wrong battlefield here. Now, if you want to object because Motoko Kusanagi is a wonderful, beautifully written character with a great backstory, as well as a present-day personality, and that Scarlett Johansson can't act her way out of a garbage bag, well, I'm behind you on that one. But that's another story. Back to the movie. Spoiler alert. This movie is epic fail. Really. Hollywood has once again decided that the source material and the thousands, perhaps millions of fans who love that source material didn't fit their mold of what the big budget movie should be. They've changed the characters. Motoko, now named Mira Killian, is a teenaged revolutionary who winds up getting captured by the evil corporation who then transfers her brain into a cyber body prototype because, apparently, in a culture where everyone is going cyber, they couldn't find someone who would be a better fit to lead a paramilitary organization than a teenaged girl. After all, teenaged rebels are the perfect candidates due to their knowledge and experience in the field of... Oh, wait. No, it doesn't work with Mira Motoko, and it doesn't work with Bato. Bato, our favorite button-eyed cyber who revels in his implants and upgrades, here has normal vision and a non-cyber body, but when he's injured in an explosion, he actually seems upset at what's done to repair the damage. His relationship with Motoko, which is inferred throughout Standalone Complex and Second Gig, is completely missing here. The rest of the team is reduced to one-word utterances and the occasional line, and nowhere do we get to deal with them as the specialists that they are. They are nameless, soulless, characterless. Hollywood even throws in one more team member who is completely superfluous except for filling out the race card. Aramaki is the only character in Section 9 who even vaguely resembles his original character, and it's really great to see him in the few scenes he's in, which he steals completely. The plot itself is a vague ripoff of the whole Laughing Man season, turning into some sort of Jason Bourne-esque plot with Mira Motoko beginning to realize that she has a mysterious past that she has to discover for herself. Blah, blah, woof, woof. You've heard it and seen it all before. Even the bits that were taken scene for scene from the anime fail. The glorious shelling sequence is flat and lifeless, and sorry, no joke intended. And the shallow water fight, which is phenomenal in the anime, is just another set piece here. Two parts that were incredible in the series are completely gone here. The scene where the garbage truck driver gets hacked and then later has to confront the knowledge that the family he so loved was nothing more than an implanted memory. In the anime, this is devastating. You feel for this man. Your heart breaks as he realizes the truth, even as he fights to believe the lie that fulfilled him. In the movie, it's only lightly touching on this, and the true depth of the implication of his brain being hacked is blown off. The second part that the movie missed completely is probably the key telling point of how Hollywood took the core material and dumbed it down. Bato and the Tachikomas. Now, if you're not familiar with the original, Bato takes the Tachikomas, these gorgeous blue machines up here. I love the Tachikomas. And they're presumably non-sentient machines, but he bonds with them. He cares for them. In return, the Tachikomas, I'm not going to tell you. Go see the seasons and tell me that you are not reduced to tears by what the Tachikomas do in return for what Bato has done for them. Here, instead, he feeds some stray dogs. Don't get me wrong, I love dogs. Even my pretend dogs right here. My dogs at home are rescue dogs, and they are wonderful animals, and I appreciate that Hollywood didn't completely discard one bit of humanity that they gave to Bato. But the dogs don't wind up doing what... Oh, no, I'm not going to tell you. Go watch the original series. It's really excellent. And again, it's just heartbreaking in scenes. Go see it because it's rich, and it's wonderful, and it's intricate. And yeah, it's a little heavy, and it's a lot wordy, but it's not dumb. Because the writers and producers of the anime knew that not everyone wants dumb. Hollywood, however, doesn't seem to know that. They don't think that you, or I, are capable of watching a movie that's more than pew pew, fast cars, crash bang, all of which are in the original anime, but they're part of the story. They're not there in place of the story. And judging from the trailers that were shown at the beginning before the movie started, that's all that Hollywood thinks we are. They set everything for the lowest common denominator. I think that they forget that, for the most part, we are quite intelligent. Not that we always act that way. In fact, we often act exactly as they expect. And that's a shame, because you're not stupid. You're not dumb. You're all gifted and talented, and you're skilled in your own unique and wonderful ways. And I suspect that you each have interests that are unique to you, but that you'd like to see recognized by the world around you. But in a world that tells you what they expect of you, and sometimes punishes you when you don't toe the line, well, it can be hard to stand up for yourself. It takes a level of courage and strength that isn't always easy to possess or display. It isn't easy to be you at a time when everybody expects you to be part of something else, to identify as a member of a group that can be easily labeled, and that is the wonderful individual that you really are. But you are wonderful. Sometimes we all forget that. Sometimes we need to remind others that we are pretty darned awesome, and that we do not appreciate being fed pablum when we want steak, that we don't want you to talk down to us when what we deserve is to be looked up to. So after all of that, I'd like you to go see Ghost in the Shell, or at least consider seeing it. I know, the movie sucks, and I've told you that it's awful, 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 and I really don't want you to go see something that sucks. But not going can send a message that you may not want to send. It's telling the powers that be in Hollywood that anime-based movies, or for that matter, any niche-based interest that could be a movie that you would enjoy, will not make money. So they should not keep trying to make movies that are deeper than, and I'm going to steal a line here from Yahtzee, Transformers 9, even bigger things breaking. But a mildly successful product might give them a reason to try again, and maybe they'll be closer next time. And if Ghost in the Shell is not your thing, then consider seeing another smaller but interesting to you movie this weekend that does cater to your personal interests. The only way that you're going to get the things that you want is to let people know that you want them. And when you're talking about Hollywood, you speak the loudest when you vote with your wallet. Remember, no one's going to listen to you if you don't speak up. So that's it for this week. I'm your mom, and I'll see you soon.